What up? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Spinmo Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Smash that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Detroit Lions face the Dallas Cowboys. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, Spinny. It's not as emotional as you think it would be. And I think it's because this fan base...
I think everybody expects them to kill him.
Expect them to kill him. And the fan base is... I think we have a higher goal. Like, we're in line with the team. We're not worried about these petty one-offs. I think the Seattle one, they won it just because it's been like a monkey on your back. And I guess the Cowboys kind of been that too, but you beat them last year. You didn't get the satisfaction, but you kind of got the satisfaction.
Yeah.
We have bigger goals for this to be an emotional game. We'll save those for the playoffs. This hasn't been that. However, I did get a little bit emotional this week because Kirby Joseph came on an injury report with a little bit of a hamstring injury. He practiced again today.
Full practice today.
It's a full practice?
Full practice today.
Okay. I saw him out there for the individual drills. He'll be playing, it looks like.
It was all, it was just, everybody else was cleared, good to go, except for Christian Mahogany. He's out.
Yep.
But he practiced in full
he's just
all
got
week.
His window open.
Yeah,
too.
he practiced in full all week. He's just probably getting back into shape. You know, as Chase so eloquently put, he had mononucleosis. So that can take some weight off of you. Like a big guy like that, not being able to eat, being in bed all day with mono, he probably lost 20 pounds in a couple weeks. So, you know, he's got to get his sea legs back under him. Hopefully he'll be good to go next week. But yeah, Kirby is playing. Everybody else is playing, obviously, except for the guys on IR. But I can't wait for this game, man. I fully expect the Detroit Lions to absolutely manhandle the Cowboys. Like, I kind of want to bet the alternate spread Lions minus 10.5.
Yeah, I know. Maz told me a long time ago because Maz used to. I don't know if I should say this. Never mind. Maz taught me a while back that whenever you see a spread that's like 3 or 3.5, whoever's favored in that game, if they're at home, that would be like a 6 or 7. But because it's away, they got to
knock it down.
Yeah, they got to chop it down a little bit. So Lions being a favorite here, the minus 3.5. Vegas is predicting, as we've been predicting all week, the Lions are going to smash them.
Yes.
And some news and injury on their side. Deron Bland may make his return against the Detroit Lions this week. Trayvon Diggs, he's playing.
He's questionable as well. Banged up, though.
He's playing.
Yeah.
No longer questionable. Game status, good to go.
Okay.
Eric Kendricks, linebacker, out. Micah Parsons, obviously out. Nick Vigil, not too concerned about him anyway, but he is questionable. He didn't participate in practice all week this week.
Yeah.
But still, I think we're going to kill him. I like the Vegas line. I'll do alternate spread, minus 6.
Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs are two great players. Yes. Trayvon Diggs, not so much in coverage, but when it comes to taking the ball away, that's where he makes his money, as well as Deron Bland. Like, we saw him get cooked by DK Metcalf bad last year. But he had more interceptions than anybody in the NFL. They are the two most productive interception tandem in the NFL for sure. But it doesn't matter how good you are at picking off the ball when you can't stop the run and you can't get to the quarterback. And that's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys are going to be this week. Like you said, Micah Parsons out, DeMarcus Lawrence IR, Marshawn Nealon IR. They are not. Jared Goff is going to have the most time to throw in this game than any quarterback will the entire season in the NFL.
Oh, it's interesting.
They are not going to lay a finger on Jared Goff. He's going to be back there all day picking apart this defense. Like I said earlier in the week, I wouldn't be surprised if he went 18 for 18 again, because he's going to have all day to wait for somebody to get open, whether it be Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, one of his running backs, whoever it is. He's going to be sitting back there drinking his coffee, reading a comic book, texting Kristen Harper back, and then delivering the mail and getting a first down for the Lions. And on top of that, they can't stop the run. We'll get into that and by the numbers at how bad they are at stopping the run. But this Detroit Lions offense is poised to just absolutely throttle the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, the one part I'll give them, and it's more so just based off the things I heard from Dan Campbell and even AG this week, Zimmer. I think it's Mike Zimmer.
Yeah,
is the right first name. Former Vikings head coach, but he was always a defensive coordinator. They showed him tons of respect this week. So maybe he cooked something up that that allows them to have pressure, whether it be through blitzes and whatnot. I'm still not worried because we're gonna run that football to freeze everything up and open everything up. You got J-Mo, who went. I don't say he went off again, but he had a big ass 50-yard bomb last year.
Yeah, somebody just said it in the Woodward Sports chat. I forget who it was. Let me see. Aaron B. J-Mo burned Bland last year. He did. He cooked it.
Yeah.
Bland and Diggs
St. Brown.
aren't good in coverage. Like, they're really not. They're great at contesting catches and picking balls off, but they're routinely cooked. But it doesn't look that bad because they make up for it by getting an interception.
Nick?
I think this Micah Parsons news is massive when you talk about this game. And, you know, they don't look like a scary defense at all with Micah Parsons out of here. So
Yeah.
I think...
And DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, I believe Jared Goff, like Spenny said, is going to have the most time out of any quarterback ever playing football.
Honestly, it's going to be up there.
Yeah, no, honestly. And I think Jared Goff's going to pick him apart. But with that being said, I don't want Jared Goff to throw the ball a million times in this game. I saw what happened when this team lost its game against the Buccaneers, and I don't want to see it ever again this season. You cannot throw the ball 50 times. You can't throw the ball 40 times. Honestly, like, they learned from their mistake, I believe. And I'm glad it happened early because we won't see it again. If Ben Johnson, you know, is obviously going with his gut here, and his gut better tell him run the goddamn rock.
Yeah, and they're going to, because not only will Jared Goff have an easy time doing whatever he wants in the pocket, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to have an easy time working this defense up and down the field. They are one of, if not the worst rush defense in the NFL. I think they are the worst right now. So you're going to be able to run the ball at will, especially with Eric Kendricks and their interior defensive lineman out as well. I can't remember their defensive lineman's name, but Eric Kendricks, he was the only big acquisition that Jerry Jones made in the offseason, and he was playing well, but he is not playing in this game. Obviously, he's a fantastic middle linebacker. You probably remember him from his days with the Minnesota Vikings, but they're going to be able to run the ball up and down the field. Jared Goff should not throw the ball more than 25 times this game. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs should both get 20 carries, and they should just absolutely demolish this team.
Establish and run with David Montgomery.
I did it again this week. Shout out Caesar Sportsbook. I did the over-under because it was over David Montgomery rushing yards, which was like 54.
Jesus.
Over Jahmyr Gibbs rushing yards, which was like 53. And under Rico Dowles, which were 41.
That's crazy.
The Cowboys
That's
might
only
not rush for
41
41 yards as a team.
total.
I'm pretty sure they're bottom of the league in rushing the football.
Yeah, they got Ezekiel Elliott and Rico Dowdle.
And Rico Donald just finally woke up last week.
Yeah.
And I'll give him, you know, it was against good defense in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe he may have found his thing, but nobody finds that run game against these Detroit
Except
Lions.
for Kenneth Walker.
And the reason why I was freaking out about the Kirby stuff yesterday, feel better about it now, obviously, he's off the report, is that
Dak's going to be throwing that bitch.
yes, and the guy they got to go to in that situation, CeeDee Lamb.
Lamb.
But if you throw that ball enough times, it already happened before in Dallas, Kirby Joseph is prone to cause a turnover.
Yeah.
Whether it be through the air in form of a interception, or whether he's sending somebody on a helicopter trip like he did his rookie year in Dallas.
That was awesome.
Helicopter.
Amazing. I think it might have been Tolbert too. I think it was Tolbert. But regardless, that's this game. That's this game in a nutshell. Unless they do what Matthew Stafford and the Rams did, and they kind of did that against the Steelers. They kept everything short and sweet. They passed to every single tight end on that roster, and CD only had like 2 yards and 3 targets.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But
That's
I don't
what
think
you
we're
should do.
like that.
Yeah, you know, obviously last year CeeDee Lamb had 227 yards, 100 of it on one catch, but
Yeah.
you expect the game plan to be bracket CeeDee Lamb and do what you do, which is stop the run. And if you know Michael Gallup, if he's still on the team, or Tolbert, or whoever beats you, that second receiver for the Cowboys, you live with that. But you know CeeDee Lamb's going to get his. We talk about it with Justin Jefferson and with what Calvin Johnson was. Who the fuck cares if CeeDee Lamb goes for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns? Lions are going to win 31-14. Like he's the only guy on this offense that you're worried about. So you can bracket him with Kirby and put Terrion or Carlton Davis on him. I'm not worried about this game at all. This is probably the most stress-free I've been a Lions game in a long time.
It's crazy because this is one that's built up. They literally made America's Game of the Week.
Yeah.
Tom Brady on the call for this one.
Oh my
and it's just
God, I
because
can't wait.
it's the Dallas Cowboys. We are America's team, and that's what I built this game up as this week. The battle for who's taking the throne, because they've always been given that. I don't know why. I mean, maybe, are they really the most popular team? Is that
No,
a real thing?
they
I really
think they
don't
are.
believe that.
They think they
they're
are.
like the fucking McDonald's of the NFL. Like that's all they are is a brand.
Yeah.
There's never really been anything real, at least in my lifetime. It didn't anything in the 90s before I was born or fucking competent enough to understand what football was. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck all the national media coverage they get. It's constantly shoved down your throat. You're told they're contenders when they're absolutely positively fucking not.
No,
you
they're
see
not.
it with your own goddamn eyes. They're not beating anybody above 500.
They're the third
Fuck
worst
this
team. They're the third best team in their own division.
I cannot wait to beat their fucking face in and take over the title of America's team.
I hope we wear the black jerseys again. I really do. Because Jerry Jones doesn't like the blacks. So you have him out there. God damn it. It hurts even more. And just bully, because we are going to bully the Dallas Cowboys on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Just absolutely abuse these guys. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, this L is going to be a lot bigger because we are going to absolutely demolish them, man. I can't wait. I'm going to be so happy. Like I can't.
You make me nervous. Relax.
I can't remember being this stress-free.
Just stop saying everything you're saying. You're making me nervous.
We're gonna lose.
We're fucked.
Yeah, oh no,
It's over.
It's over.
No.
I've been calling everything. I'm just saying.
If we add up Spencer's like win margins, the Lions would be like plus 970 points by the end of the season.
It's true.
But no, I think, you know, the thing that favors the Lions drastically in this, other than talent, skill, and coaching and everything that goes into this game, is the fact that if you do got to make it ugly to win, if you're Dallas, nobody can play ugly ball like the Lions. The Lions have geeked out some ugly wins early in the season and been in some ugly games. They're not afraid to make it ugly, so there's just no scenario where Dallas can win. And before we get to props and all that, maybe I should save it for this, but I just want to do it now. I know it's like minus 20,000 the odds on this, but I am taking the over a point of 1.5 mentions of Easy saying something that Tom Brady said in the broadcast on Monday's show because of how much he loves Tom Brady.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't love Tom Brady like that,
But you always use him to justify your points. You're always
I
like,
use
Tom
him to
Brady
justify
said.
one thing.
Hey, I'm not judging.
Use him
Just
to
like to
justify one
shoot
thing.
He
the straight.
always uses Tom Brady
And
to
it's
justify
because
everything
I
he
said
says.
it.
You're right.
And then a guy
All
like
the
Tom
time.
Brady reiterated it. Of course, I'm gonna bring that as evidence to the table. Guys, 7
I
fucking
actually
rings.
like Tom Brady's kind of sucked so far in his broadcasting career. Like he really hasn't been good at all. Greg
I haven't
Olsen,
really listened to him yet.
Greg Olson's much better, but I am excited to hear what he has to say about Goff and see Goff orchestrating this offense. See what Brady thinks about him in real time.
What if he just shits on him?
Yeah, this guy, you're telling me this is the guy they're comparing me to? He fucking sucks.
I remember going up against Goff in that Super Bowl where he got shut out.
Shut down. Yeah, we'll
This guy's my son.
That's honestly what I'm looking most forward to.
talk about the
Get some
Super Bowl.
more validation on the golf takes from Tom Brady as well. I'm saying this is the type of game you need to play with Jared Goff. Set the play action up. Give him these easy throws. He's gonna get it every single time.
That's your Tom Brady?
Yeah, kinda.
This just sounds like a
White guy.
dude. Yeah.
Tom Brady is
To be
pretty
fair, he
fucking white.
doesn't sound that
He's almost
unique.
as white as it gets.
I mean, it's a bar, but because he's so white, it made it kind of cringe. He's like, "Who's your hero?" My dad.
my dad.
Yeah.
My dad.